Welcome to East Lansing, Michigan. This afternoon at the place they call the Woodshed, on the banks of the Red Cedar, home to the Michigan State Spartans, where they are ready to start another campaign. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the back, the Bowling Green Falcons, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Spartans will kick it away to start. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Bowling Green's offense is on the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Listen, QBs and wide receivers got to be on the same page, and you got to know when to throw that curl route. It's got to be on time, right when the wide receiver breaks so the DB can't catch up. Nice job, QB and wide receiver, being on the same page, getting some positive yards.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him out of the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Anderson wants to throw. Working that left side now. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Okay, big fella, go get yourself some yak. How about the fullback making the catch and then showing you what he can do out in the open field?
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Got the quick pass. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Man, he had to get rid of that thing. I don't even think he had time to find the laces, but he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that's a great job. You know, 3rd and short, the defense is bringing pressure. He sees the pressure, gets the football out, and gets just enough for the first down.
The give out of the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Get it out on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys, you start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. And you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. And the Falcons will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So the Michigan State Spartans offense taking the field for a chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass? And the Spartans want to move quickly. Physical running style. Maybe the patron saint of that for Michigan State is T.J. Duckett.
Oh, the big fella. And that reminds me of Michigan State football. That's who they are, right? The physicality. They're gonna be blue collar. They're gonna roll up their sleeves, and make no mistake, every game you play against them, if you don't match the physical challenge, you will lose.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll leave it with him. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Just ran over it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on 2nd down. They'll go right back to him. Just trucks through it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball underneath or run the football. Nice job by the running back. Listen, he got good yards. He didn't get the 1st down, but now he's in a situation where 3rd down becomes something where it's not predictable. Now it's a situation where they can go out and have success.
It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, the head coach has to like that. It's the first drive of the entire year. You did some good stuff on the drive. You get yourself in field goal range. Most important, you come away with points to kick this season off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
New set of downs after that completion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle and make a play on the ball.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. Anderson will throw. Works the middle of the field. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Just feeds the running back. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
A 1st down run in the red zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. Right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuffing the run play, make them get in more passive situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 1-on-1. Stop the run first.
The DBs will back off a bit. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, BG.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Iowa has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. We don't always see this from this group. They're up 14 over Northern Illinois. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Jet sweep to the receiver. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Sparty. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Boyd. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
He's got it. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Looking to throw it again. Flips it out to the back. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Anderson wants to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They'll send out the kicker here. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Colin.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They build their attack around those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Spartans.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in East Lansing. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Spartan Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Falcons will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They'll put the tight end in motion. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To the ground, he's got it again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to run for it. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Illegal offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Defense, we're always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking the football and forcing the incompletion.
They pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man to the left. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. The Spartans come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run out.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. And the Spartans look to do some damage in the red zone. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Into the house. Touchdown, Michigan State.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And right down the middle. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop. Who knows? Better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They go to the ground. Fakes his man out. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Anderson will throw. Fires to the big fella. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first possession.
From the gun, running back on the move. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field and gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Here's the handoff. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And the Falcons decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling on until they find an answer.
They feed him again. Pulls his way forward. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. The Spartans are in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's taking the shot. Reels it in as he goes out of bounds on the right side for a huge play. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Running with power. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The give on the inside. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the 3rd. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. The Spartans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. from the gun. He'll try to throw. Made a defender miss. And the defense makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2. Second and goal coming up. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Smarty.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting sacked.
You need to do a better job as a defender tackling the catch. On the curl route, he had a chance to break on the ball, get the receiver down, couldn't do it, and as a result, they give up an explosive play.
Anderson wants to throw. It's complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Falcons have their offense in high gear. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Johnson.
And I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot, you work in the middle of the field, and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
They want to just keep throwing it. Makes his connection. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. They go to the counter. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line gets set, 1st down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, picked off. Taking it the other way. The 40. The 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick-6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Fires the pass. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Michigan State. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Anderson will throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's caught. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Defense not showing press coverage. They'll throw it on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
He'll just keep slinging it. Pressure coming. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people.
And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field. At the 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
And this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold, offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board and figure some things out because this wasn't a great day. And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Trying to show their strength with the run on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now.
When they hear Sandstorm and Sir Big Spur starts getting those claws sharpened, Williams-Brice Stadium comes alive in support of their South Carolina Gamecocks. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on a team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. They're going to get on top of it, and the onside kick is successful. First down here for the offense. They move the tight end all over. To the ground with the back. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands, what? SEC. SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They'll run it from the gun. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Spartans want to crank the tempo. This is what Spartan running backs do. They get behind their pads, they move the chains. Le'Veon Bell among many who've been great at that.
And Kenneth Walker, man, you pull back a couple years ago, such a great season, too. But just that's their physicality.
Going for it all. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. Handoff from the gun. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sparty.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
South Carolina, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense has the ball for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Coming out aggressively. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, South Carolina! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even... Yeah, this dude's a playmaker.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the boulevard. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, man.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And the Spartans are on the move. The give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and it's just on to the next down.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time, just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
Hey, 4th and short, it's time to be physical. You give it to your running back. You can see he gets physical, gets downhill, gets the 1st down.
They'll try to get outside. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. 1st down for this offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The play-action fake. He's got the back in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Offenses don't like being in this situation. They don't like having a little success on 1st and 2nd down, because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
He's going for a big play downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. 1st down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. Defense looks as if it's coming. The give to the lone running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Illegal block on the back. Offense.
And the penalty will be accepted. The offense says, thank you very much. Offense getting set for first down. Give to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. And the Spartans headed quickly to the line. They're going to ride this running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll give it to the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting where this block, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Getting some heat. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. The Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but they've got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploit.
And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets a block. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Runs through the tackle. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. To the ground to try to move the chains. And the Spartans will move the sticks.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Comes out throwing on first down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. And now on second down for this offense. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's not afraid to go deep. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Spartans!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Rutgers. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. They'll run play action. Unloads to the right. He makes a catch. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
That's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Pocket starts to collapse. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on second down. He'll pull it down. At the 40, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. Throws to the wideout. Lost, the defense is wide open. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll immediately call timeout. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Michigan State!
Touchdown.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their 1st game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
To the air on 1st down. He looks that one in nicely. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. The quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw for it. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
One more play before the teams head to the locker room. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got him, and they convert. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. And the Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half.
South Carolina, 10.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the 2nd half, David, just... this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Off the play fake. Throws to the tight end. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which is really...
He lost it high and deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the... He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He slings it deep to the left. It's complete. A huge pickup. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Spartans are marching down the field. The Sweet Feet buy a little time. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sparty. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Line gets set, 1st down. He'll start this drive firing. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Pulls it in. It's Smith. Good call. Good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Caldwell.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a 1st down like they did right there.
Trying play action. Grab near the marker. It's Caldwell. This defense giving up ground, and he's finally knocked down at the 26.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Coming after it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Defense playing a bail technique. They're going to throw it again. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. At the 45, on its way. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The give to the tailback. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
That's midfield, he's got room. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Second down coming up. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Snowed under by the defense. The Spartans moving quickly to the line. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Looking to go up top on first down. Extending the play. He'll try to do it himself.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
This offense has a second down play. Fights off a defender. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Shakes off the tackle. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. Here comes the offense on second down. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires it incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll run it. Touchdown, Spartans! And the route is on.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Got it in the middle. It's Smith. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender.
Open runway ahead. He's at the 10. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find him, and they produce like this, and you keep finding them.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Now on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
On the move, it's Frazier. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound.
He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Touchdown, Michigan State. And the beatdown has ensued.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Line gets set, first down. He's going to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
They're trying to get to it. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete. Offense set on first down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Oh, the 360. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Powers forward. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hasn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
They want to power it in on the ground on third and goal. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. On third down, going up top. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. The Gamecocks will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw.
And the full dive and grab down the left side.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop.
And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Just complete and utter dominance, and this one outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meet face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everyone, to Louisville, Kentucky, and we may be in the Bluegrass State, but blue is the color to avoid if you love the homestanding Louisville Cardinals. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on a team recharged after a much-needed bye week, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Spartans will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Louisville Cardinals offense takes the field for the first time today. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls. You play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways. This guy is very dangerous.
Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Complete to the right. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
I'm a big believer in taking shots early in the game and being aggressive and showing my team I got confidence in them. Let's go make plays. First drive, already taking shots down the field. Nice job, nice pitch, nice catch.
Going up top on 1st down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
He'll try to pop the draw. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push him upfield, go down to the net.
All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Cardinals! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Spartans offense will have its first possession of the game. A 1st down for the offense. They'll try the run. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. The Spartans want to pick up the tempo. Rides to the back. At the 35, he's open. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 10. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
How electrifying is this guy when the ball is in his hands? I'll tell you, he's making a name for himself all across college football. Ripped off over 100 yards in his last game out. He's basically at that net.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sparty.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner will be dragged down. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Slips through the line. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Off the RPO, complete. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And it's no good. And here in the first quarter, game ties.
And just not enough leg on that kick. You see it just gets knocked down by the crossbar.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
It just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make the play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. And he makes the catch, but he can't stay in bounds. That'll be incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The aerial assault continues. They're bringing heat. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Things working pretty well for this defense, out of the dime package and still getting plenty of heat on the quarterback.
Yeah, get off the rock, understand the situation. All the fast guys got the back end covered. It's my job to seek and destroy the quarterback. Great job by the defensive line, rushing after that guy and getting him on the ground.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They'll line up for a second down play. He'll let one fly from deep in his own territory. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Spartans will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to tweak.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
What an effort getting to the quarterback there. And you think about Michigan State D-linemen, Jarrell Worthy, Shalik Calhoun, guys that would use their frame to their advantage, and you just could not block them. This guy has physical ability. He's got a lot of things you can't coach. One of those is that framing. He used it right there to his advantage.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. These DBs going to give a little cushion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Trying to get to it. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Right back to the well. The Spartans are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
Man, this guy just has a lot of skills when he's toting the rock, doesn't he? He's got speed, but he's also physical. Kind of reminds me of great Michigan State running backs. Guys like Le'Veon Bell or T.J. Duckett. They could run guys over, but once they got in the second level, they could take it the distance. This guy has skills like that.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's got his man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. They'll try to power their way ahead. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And the Spartans have this offense rolling. They'll give it to him again. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Use the play fake, now to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops to throw. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Hines is manning up for the first. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Spartans will try to punch it in on first and goal. They keep attacking through the air. Fires and picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
To the air, it's Allen, feeling some heat. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. The Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to get the edge with the jet sweep. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
It's a nice job running the end route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Grab near the sticks, it's Johnson. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
14, Michigan State, 7.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. And the tackle was made on the return man, but there is a flag on the play.
Holding. Receiver team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A long way to go for this offense. The run from the shotgun. And that stiff arm he's got might as well be a sledgehammer. He's got it out to the 16. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you can tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. And the Spartans will hustle to the line. He's looking to throw it. He'll pull it down and run. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Scrambling away. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to...
And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back door.
So now on 4th down, they'll try to salvage a 3 and just get points before halftime. Splits the uprights. It's good. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. No surprise, looks as if they'll be content just to head to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a fascinating first 2 quarters of football in Louisville. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense.
Just causing wreckage in the secondary. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. The give to the left. Plows through the defense.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pressure coming. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's running in the open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Getting some heat. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold it.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to the ground with the running back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
I like the decision there in the RPO game, too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game, too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Now the defense has got it going the other way. And they'll get him down after a solid return. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock him free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but it's tough to throw it to them because the windows are so small. So I like the idea, handing it off to that guy and seeing if he can do something with the speed.
Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Dropping back, it's Allen. Coming after it. Gets rid of it. Touchdown, Louisville! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man's journey is stopped, but there is a flag on the play.
Return team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to move it through the air. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, the receiver getting a little ahead of himself on that one. You saw him calling for the ball. He thought he was wide open. He thought that was going to be an easy catch. The ball finally gets to him, and he drops it. If you're going to call for the ball...
Got a lot of running room. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense in their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Working the middle. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. And the Spartans will line it up on 1st and 10. Trying to get them outflanked on the jet sweep. And he is snowed under in the backfield. He'll lose yardage. And now on second down for this offense. Give to the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Spartans will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Man, it looked like that was a house call. He made the first guy miss. It was going to the house. He was going to score a touchdown. And then, man, what a big turn of events. Talk about shifting momentum. He coughs it up, gives it to the other team.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Movement here from the tight end. Turning to the running game on first and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Spartans.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. About to kick it away after...
Michigan State 16.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these 2 guys. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw. The quick out. Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. They're lining up on first and 10 from the 38. Fires to the tight end. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33. Line getting set on second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Back to the air one more time. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Cardinals will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Looking for a block. It's Alexander. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of it.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
They came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Just a little off. Incomplete. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Spartans line up to punt it away. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Brown has it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be...
Lost one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a 1st down. To the air. It's Allen. Got out of trouble and throws. Using the quick game. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 25. The Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the 1st down. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. And the Cardinals look to keep this drive humming. They'll ride the hot hand. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. It's caught downfield. Touchdown, Cardinals! And they take it in for 6 more points. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. So they'll try to salvage this drive on 2nd and long from the 12. Quarterback checking off. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's taking a deep shot. And that ball is picked off. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt, they sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to the banks of the Red Cedar, where there's a school that's known to all. Its specialty is winning. Boy, do they hope the Spartans play good ball. East Lansing ready for this showdown in homestanding Michigan State. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Purdue Boilermakers taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Michigan State Spartans. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Boilermakers will kick it away to start. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Michigan State Spartans offense will have the first possession of the game. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open or whether he's open, because he's always open.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
He's got the tight end. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. Trucks through the defender. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
I gotta say, watching this guy run has given me PTSD from when I played against Michigan State back in college, and they had a big old running back named T.J. Duckett that was wearing our defense down. He got stronger and stronger as the game went on. This guy has a little bit of that in him, too.
Leaves it with the running back. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding, offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll go to the air. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you're going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
Just steamrolling his way through. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. They'll try to slam it in. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. And the Spartans want to move quickly. Trying to bully their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan State.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Boilermakers offense will take the field for the first time. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
We say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game, the head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see?
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. This crowd, full throat, spinning the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He'll come out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man in the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on third down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time, and obviously executed.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And the tight ends are one of the most versatile guys in the field, and you see it right here. The play action, they're used to blocking, right? Now they slip right by the linebackers, slip to the second level, come open, the quarterback finds them in great rhythm.
They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going on, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. They'll run play action. Might be looking to run. He's going to take off. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They give it to him again. He's there to make the stop.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
The Boilermakers racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to get it through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Harris. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Boilermakers with the 1st and 10. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the stakes.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Branch. They get him down after he makes the catch. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. And that pass, not surprisingly, is incomplete. I know they wanted to be aggressive, throw caution to the wind. They might have been better off playing it safe there. They'll leave it with him. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. Off play action. He hurls one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Skips away from pressure. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Spartans will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the 1st time this afternoon. And they'll just down it right there. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Reads it, fires complete.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
Looking to throw on second down. Fires to the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. They're going to throw it again. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
There's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
And back to the air on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They're trying to get to him. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Yeah, last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On second down, looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Spartans! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can improve. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Boilermakers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
He'll take the deep shot. Makes the grab on the right. And he was off to the races. Finally tipped up at the 36. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Spartans getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Showing the arm strength to the left. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. It's good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Spartans will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I gotta stop. I score, I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
The Boilermakers get enough to move the chains. Now on first down from the 28.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the big fella. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
At the 39-yard line. And that's a first down for the offense.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. From the gun, running back gets to give. Still running at the 40. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Boilermakers moving quickly to the line. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. They'll go to the ground. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 32-29. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Makes the grab on the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Boilermakers have pushed it inside the 20. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Purdue! Grady example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UConn has the lead right now. Husky hysteria has been palpable all week across the state, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over Syracuse. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. From the gun, the running back has it. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground.
That's a first down for the offense.
Going up top on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for the slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else on the ball.
I don't really have the words to describe this eloquently. I just know that he's going the wrong way.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Got the back over the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Power football with the run. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Dances away. Oh, what a move. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Hand off from the shotgun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bobbles him up. What a day it's been on the ground for these 2 guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. And he's a real no their man tackled in this no-gain.
Flag.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Got it in the middle. It's Mark. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one up.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They're bringing heat. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Now adjusting. Looking to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. From the gun, give on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, plays present themselves. You just simply got to make it.
Trying play action. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. And the Boilermakers in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. He got enough for the first down before sliding, but there is a marker on the field. It might be coming back. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They'll throw it on first down. Quick completion on the out.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. The Boilermakers will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Finds his man. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Wants to fire on second down. Looking for the score. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go. A great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, David.
Especially in the fourth quarter. Remember, you're still leading this ball game. You're still going to execute the same way, Palmer. Don't get frantic.
Don't get frantic, but I would like to see them stay aggressive, too. You put a touchdown up on the board here, and this goes back to being a two-possession game.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Man, he got nowhere, but now it's decision time. It's third down. Listen, if I go get this first down, there's a good chance this ball game's over. The clock's going to run out, so how aggressive do I want to be on this third down?
Well, I want to be aggressive if I'm on defense. You could tell in these last couple of plays, they've been selling out, putting a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, anticipating the offense, trying to run the football, and trying to bleed the clock. Now, I'd get after this quarterback. I'd be anticipating throw here. Just send the blitz and really dictate to them to give yourself an opportunity to win.
And the Spartans enter the final minute with the lead. The give to the back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. You want to talk about building confidence, coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win.